is GamesCenter. This is GamesCenter.
What is going on, everybody, and welcome to the latest edition of GamesCenter. I am your host, A to the P, Albert Perkins, alongside my co-host, Mark Kriska. What's going on, Mark? What's going on, man?
Oh, you know, living the dream.
Yeah, living the dream.
Living the dream.
And of course, we have joining us Chris Weber, live from Minnesota. What's going on, Chris?
What up, dudes?
Not too much, man. Not too much. Haven't done a show in a while, man. How you been doing?
Been good.
Yeah?
Been
That's
good. Yeah.
Awesome. Good to hear.
Life.
Good to hear.
Life.
Truth.
It's great.
Yeah, life gets in the way of gaming, all right? Like, seriously.
Life gets in the way of
Absolutely.
Seriously, man. It's like, come on.
everything.
Right? Good stuff, fellas. So, let's go ahead and get into what we've been playing lately.
We don't want to talk about this.
I already know this answer. This dude is absolutely obsessed with
Destiny. Always
There it
and
is.
forever is obsessed with Destiny.
There it is.
Yeah, so like last week, since the last podcast, it's been pretty much a whole bunch of different things we've been playing, or that
Yeah.
I've been playing.
Mm.
It started off as Oxenfree. I fell deep in Oxenfree, so if anybody, it's on pretty much everything. It's not really, I wouldn't call it a game. It's more of a interactive story.
Okay.
Kind of like the Telltale series, only less. Like even Telltale has kind of more game aspects at times, like with quick time events and stuff.
Oh,
This
excellent.
isn't.
Okay.
So it's more or less a side scroller that you just walk. That's all you're doing is walking and talking, and stuff starts happening. So if you're a fan of Stranger Things on Netflix, definitely check out Oxenfree.
Excellent.
And that's what started me. That's pretty much been what I've been playing since or before BioShock came out. Then once BioShock came out, it was just straight BioShock, and now Rise of Iron.
Nice.
So Destiny has consumed my soul once more, and it probably will for the next few episodes.
Obsession.
It's bad. It's real bad. But what about you guys?
Chris, you go first, man.
Let's see. I've been streaming Dragon Age Inquisition.
Okay.
Just I originally started playing it back when it first came out, and I made it about 80 hours into it. And my hard drive was just like, no, I don't want to be a hard drive anymore.
Are you serious? It just
It's
So-
hard
logged
being
out.
a hard drive.
Yeah, and at the time I didn't have PlayStation Plus. My wife had it, so I didn't need it because we would just get the free games from her. Well, you don't think about the fact that you don't have that cloud save ability, so I lost my entire game. It's taken me
man.
about 2 years to decide to like do it again, like get back into it. So
It's hard to revamp
been-
yourself up.
Definitely.
yeah, exactly. Just knowing all that stuff that I did, but I've started it up again. I did come to the conclusion yesterday that I'm probably just going to mainline the main quests and see if just to get through it, and then I'll move on to something else. I for these games I have to clear that map. You know, same thing with The Witcher. I have to get all those exclamation points. Just encounter everything in the game that it has to offer. I'm gonna have to do that again with The Witcher too, because I haven't stepped back into that for a while. But
Yeah.
The Witcher.
know.
I was playing The Witcher a little bit too. But yeah, that game is massive. That game
Yeah.
blows my mind on how big
A big, yeah.
yeah. It's mind numbing how much
Yeah.
stuff is in that game.
yeah, and then other things I'm playing. I mean, it's every once in a while Rocket League. We've gotten
League.
together and done some of that.
Yeah.
Counting down the seconds until Horizon 3. Went back and played Forza Horizon because it came out games with gold, backwards compatibility. So went old school with it. Got into it a little ways, then went back to Horizon. So now I'm ready to switch gears to Horizon 3. Oh,
No
switch
puns
gears.
intended.
But played the demo, pumped about that. So
Awesome.
I don't think there's anything else.
Oh, okay, man. Well, good stuff. Myself, I've been like in a sports kick lately.
Oh yeah, they're all coming out now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
This is the month for EA to release all their sports games.
Yeah,
so.
right. Some good, some you know. Madden being the one being
We've already talked about my love for Madden.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Last year, this dude showed me he had this disc of Madden. And
had a disc.
You had. It's the key word there, right?
Yeah.
Chris, I don't know if he ever showed you. He had this disc of Madden. I mean, he just he chucked it. Apparently, he just got so ticked off at it, he just freaking
threw it,
chucked it, man.
Yep, hit a desk leg and it shattered.
Yeah.
That was one of your rage quit games. Was that number one?
That was the rage quit. Yeah, that was my number one.
That was the number one, wasn't it? I think.
Yeah. Dale didn't believe me that I wasn't going to buy it this year.
And you didn't.
And I didn't. It's the first Madden game I haven't bought in like 5 years.
Wow. I'm with you because I skipped it last year too. You know.
Good.
This year's you know, it seems like it's a little better, but there's still so much they can do with it, especially compared moving perfect transition when you're talking about NBA 2K17.
Oh yeah, that just come out, or is it coming?
It just came out.
It just came out.
Yeah, I got the early tip edition. I had it on Friday. Oh my god.
Is it good?
Dude, it's unbelievable.
It's the number one sports game.
I feel like it is. It's either that or FIFA.
Yeah. Well, I think the only game that ever gives it a run for its money is the show.
Oh yeah. MLB The Show.
Yeah, and FIFA does really well too, but usually it seems like with sports games, since there's no competition, ironically and surprisingly, there's no competition in sports games. I
think there would be.
Yeah, right? Because that's what sports are.
Yeah.
Giant competition. It seems like, not to hate on EA, it seems like EA doesn't really push the boundaries too much.
No. Not at all.
Yeah, while NBA 2K and MLB The Show seems to always count last year as its competition. So it usually does a lot better. They strive to do better things. They strive to add more features, make players act better, function better, and I've never seen players look as good as they do in NBA. Yeah, ever.
It's unbelievable. The what they do with the mocap. You know, they show a little bit of video. They have this little pregame thing that they show and everything before your game starts up and everything. And one of the videos for this week show how they were setting up for that and everything. And they have they have the whole suit on and everything. And with the work that they put in with that, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And the controls are so fluid. It's the best basketball game. You mean
to tell me
series I've played.
EA NBA is not the best NBA Live?
NBA Live
is not the best basketball game.
NBA Live,
blasphemy,
dude! I remember when NBA Live was the king of kings, man. But
I think all sports games, there was rumors that, what is it? It's San Diego Studios that does MLB.
Yeah,
that
MLB,
they were
yep.
because was last year I think it was that, or the year before, the NFL license was up for other people to jump in on, and there was rumors that San Diego was going to jump in on that. I just feel even if it's bad competition, an NBA Live sucks, and 99% of people agree with that, but it still gives 2K competition. It makes them be well, we're better and we need to stay better, because if we fall back, it's not like we can still be the number one basketball game because there's other basketball games now. So I don't know. For as much as I like the show, I wish 2K still made MLB 2K.
Yeah.
So
and their football game was, the ESPN NFL 2K was just, was that good?
Oh yeah.
That was just,
the 2K series was great for the Dreamcast. Oh
yeah,
my
wasn't
God.
that awesome, dude?
Yeah,
oh man.
Just jump. You'd play defensive back and just jump out of your shoes and just. I mean, it maybe wasn't the most realistic thing I've ever done, but damn, if it wasn't a good time.
Yeah, right.
And even that, they used to have so many. I remember, what was it? There was those two. Then there was NFL Street. Then there was NFL Blitz. Then there was all these different NFL games.
Yeah, it was almost NFL overkill.
Yeah, and it made Madden better.
It did.
All of it made Madden better, and then everyone quit making football games, and
So
Madden's
Madden's
like,
like-
I don't even care anymore. We were the best football game because there's no more football games. Like,
Exactly. I'll just make a roster up.
yeah, exactly.
Boom, every year. You know
$60,
what I mean?
give it to me.
Yeah, like, oh yeah, we revamped the defense this year, even though we just did that literally about 2 or 3 years ago. It's
Yep.
like,
The most fun I've ever had in Madden was, I think it was Madden 13. That was been my favorite Madden.
yeah, I think Madden 13 was my favorite as well. It was either 13
That was what
or
Calvin
14.
Johnson was on the cover or something like
Yeah,
that. It was a lion. That's the only lion that I know.
Former Lion now.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Oh man, crazy. Yeah. Aside from that, man. Yeah, like I said, NBA 2K, Madden. I'm gonna be getting into Batman, the Telltale series
Oh
here.
yeah, episode 2 came out.
Yeah, it came out yesterday. I'm gonna be
Thanks,
doing a review
Destiny.
for that there. Yeah, I need to get on that, and yeah, man, it's just, you know, most, like I said,
Episode
mostly
1 was
sports
great.
stuff. Oh yeah, episode 1 was
Yeah.
amazing. Did you do the crowd play with that at all?
I tried, yeah, and I did. A few friends jumped in. I don't like it.
Oh, you didn't like the crowd play?
I like the idea of it, but it doesn't function the way I thought it was going to function. So,
Oh, okay.
Because the decisions have to be made fast, it like the person who's watching has no context on what's happening. They just get alerted and
Oh.
they pick a button. Pretty much, it doesn't even. I don't even think
Oh,
it tells
that's
them what the
totally
option
weird.
is.
Really?
Yeah.
It doesn't tell them like what's going on or anything.
No, on my end, I know what's happening, and it tells me like this person chose this person chose. But it's not even like I can be like, I can't believe you chose that choice. They have no idea what they're choosing.
That's
Like,
ridiculous.
It's kind of pointless. Like it's cool in the sense that like it's getting other people involved in your game.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
give them some context. Like they don't get to see what's happening. So why not in between? There's downtime for them. They only get alerted whenever something is happening on screen. So why not in that downtime just like give a summary about this is about to happen. Bruce is supposed to make this choice. What is the choice that you would have him make? And then just like kind of do like a Mass Effect kind of deal, or like
that would be cool.
where it's like just
Yeah.
generic options, but it's in the same emotion vein or like the same roundabout answers. So like they don't get spoiled on what's happening, but they also give you meaningful answers.
I like it.
So like whenever I look, I'm like, okay, so they all want me to do this. Like it'll be great for Twitching, Twitch streaming, I guess.
That'd be huge, yeah.
Yeah. So
especially,
like
you know.
people will actually like watch your and I think that's what it's for. But there's such a delay on streaming that you'll never be able to get
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
you'll never be able to get an answer correctly. So I don't know. I think to be able to influence somebody else's Telltale game would be awesome if I'm actually knowing how I'm influencing it instead of just being like blue.
Yeah.
Like
Like, oh, okay. It's
Yeah.
we're just using colors here.
yeah, the colors or buttons. I think I like that. I don't like I said. I don't even think it tells them the answers that they're choosing.
Yeah,
That's-
I've never I don't like the Telltale games, and actually I'm going to use this as a transition into a different Telltale game that I've been playing
Uh-huh.
that I forgot about for good reason. But anyways,
Uh-oh.
the
This
yeah,
might
the-
cause conversation.
Maybe depending on the game that he says.
but that's the Batman universe. I'm kind of over it myself. I don't. When they announced Batman, I was just like, you lost me. I can't get into it anymore. So, knowing that it was going to be in that same mold of The Walking Dead and just that using it, I don't know if it's the same engine or an updated engine. Regardless,
this is
it
the
looks the
first-
same.
Yeah, it does, and if it almost plays exactly the same too. Like I
Yeah.
don't know what's different about it. It's crisper, like the colors are better.
Yeah.
But yeah, like
Yeah,
I agree.
I've lost. I tried. I mean, I've tried to go back and play The Walking Dead, and I don't get it. I mean, I'm a fan of the series, but I just don't get it. I'm bored the entire time. Nothing about it interests me.
Which
I
are
just-
you playing
Oh
season
my
one?
god! Oh, you're killing me inside.
Are you, season 1?
Oh.
Yeah.
How far did you
I made it to the end of episode 2, and I'm like, I can't. This is just not fun.
Don't say. Oh my god!
Sorry,
I might have to walk off set.
Walking
The
Dead.
Walking Dead is amazing. Oh no! Why don't you like it? Is it just too slow? Like what?
Well, I mean, I'm all for storytelling in video games.
Absolutely.
everything just feels so slowly paced. Nothing.
I can understand that. Okay, but they have to introduce the characters and everything to kind of align the storyline and kind of keep have things making sense, right?
I kind of agree with them to a point. Like, so
Okay.
The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead is
Alfred's just betrayed as hell.
The Walking Dead came at a time in my gaming career that it was perfect. It was a perfect time. It was very simple. It was very easy to just sit down and play. I wasn't playing for fun. I wasn't doing anything like that. I was playing because of the characters.
Sure.
But I didn't really fall in love with the characters until, I would say, the moment that sticks out in my mind the most is right after episode 2. Like, the very, very end of episode 2, whenever, like, the spoiler alert. Did you finish episode 2, Chris?
Alert.
I don't remember, but go ahead. I'm not going to.
Okay. Whenever you realize that the family is feeding you humans, and that kind of stuff, I was like, oh, this is awesome. And then whenever you have to choose what to do with the dad, and I was so excited to let him die because he's such a douchebag. That's whenever I started getting invested in the characters, and I was like, okay, this is fine. And then episode 3 happened, and then episode 4 happened, and then episode 5. The ending to that game is one of the best endings of anything I've ever experienced in my entire life.
Chris, I cried at the end of the game. Yeah. This is why you need to play. It's one of the few video games.
Here's the problem. Here's the thing, though. If Chris isn't connecting with the characters now, he's not going to. And
you're right.
And then the ending is going to be nothing.
God.
I don't know if it's the aesthetics. I don't know if it's the gameplay. I don't know what it is. Because I went to
like The Walking Dead. I know you said you're a fan, but like.
Yeah, I like it. I'm not like.
That might be
my wife
reason.
Goes and watches it all the time, but
I do too.
I knew that there was something that maybe I was just missing. So what I did is I played Tales from the Borderlands.
Okay.
Because that one, well received. People like it.
Do you like Borderlands?
I love Borderlands.
Okay.
Yeah, Borderlands I could play all day. Don't like it.
Oh no. Okay, that one. That's the one that I'm confused about, because Telltale's like Lego to me. Telltale is. The games are like, so Lego is the complete opposite. There's no story, essentially, and it's all gameplay and fun. But you're not gonna have fun in a world that you don't care about. In the same way with Telltale games. So like, if you're not a Borderlands fan, you're not gonna like. And I guess that's not true, because my friend Tim has never beat a Borderlands. He's not big on Borderlands, but Tales from the Borderlands he fell in love with. Now Tales from the Borderlands, honestly, it can only be one of two things. Then it's you either hate the aesthetic or you hate the gameplay.
Yeah, I mean, and I think
in
that's
which case, don't play
Oxenfree.
Oxenfree.
Good to know. Yeah, no, I can't. I wanted to give it a fair shot, and I've tried multiple times to get into Walking Dead, just waiting for something to snap into place and be like, oh, I get it. And when it wasn't happening, I played through Tales from the Borderlands. I have The Wolf Among Us downloaded too. I know that one was well received, but I'm at the point where I won't. And then this game, have you guys heard of this game, 7 Days to Die?
Oh
yes,
yeah, 7 days.
It sucks.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't play. I can't judge, but damn.
I streamed it last night, and I had Dan. Dan was watching, and the whole time I'm just like, this is filth, like garbage.
Yeah. Wow.
I don't understand. It looks like the entire world.
It's made by Telltale.
It is
Telltale Publishing.
Did they make it, or did they just publish?
They just published.
I think they just
they're
published it.
They're trying to dabble in publishing whenever so they're doing really well, obviously. But their games aren't technically anything, so I don't understand how they can publish anything. Like what input can you possibly give besides this is a good story? Because that's all Telltale games are, is good stories.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
anyway,
the entire world, like when I was playing it, I was like, I actually stood there for a while and was just like, so what's the deal? Like, because my first impression of the game was, how when you jump into like,
it's not fully loaded yet.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like I thought it was just stuck, and I wasn't gonna have any textures, and I was just
Yep.
waiting for something amazing to pop in, and it never happened.
Yep.
Oh man.
And I'm just,
So
I mean, it's not like on the level of Minecraft,
no,
but
yeah,
damn it, that looks like garbage.
so it's in like alpha right now.
okay.
That game
they've got-
That's
suffer-
early. That's an early.
Yeah,
early,
so
yeah.
that's
Okay.
the problem. They don't tell you.
I got a physical copy.
Yeah, it
That's
released
it.
like so it's in literally bare bones mode right now, like as light as it
Wonder
possibly
it's just
can be
kind
to
of-
run, and
Yeah.
which is fine. Like if you want to release early access games, if you want to release pre-alpha games, like Paragon has done it, Xbox is doing it a lot with like We Happy Few and all these early access. What's the other one? Ark Survival.
Sure.
They're doing that differently. That I approve of.
They-
When you
well-
start giving out physical copies of games though, and then calling it a beta and all that stuff, that I'm
Yeah, exactly.
against that.
Exactly, I'm 100% with you. If I would have known, not to say this game is going to end up bad, but where do they think, like, do they really think they have a product that's going to sustain somebody to the end of their development? Like, I jumped in, so my friend James convinced all of us, so myself, Dale, Tim, who have I mentioned before, and
Right.
James, all got it. We all bought it. We started having fun with it when we were like making fun of it, like, and just like trying, like it looks like it's running on PS2,
Oh,
and
man.
like the
Oh,
game
If
is,
that.
yeah, and then it'll just
That's
crash.
like what 3 generations ago, 4
Yeah, and
generations
then
ago, maybe.
it'll just crash though. Like you'll be playing,
Yep.
you'll get like an hour or two into it, and then like you'll be walking around, and all of a sudden it'll just like, poof, and it'll be down, and there's no save, so you have to start from scratch. You have to start from day one.
Oh man, that's a showstopper bug. Like,
And
oh my god,
like the day night cycle, it's kind of like I don't know if anyone listening has ever played Dying Light. At night things get extremely hard, but you have to wait. There's no like sleep. There's no like if you have a mattress you can just sleep, and I think there is, but like
Yeah,
that, it's save points. It's not like you can sleep until the night is over.
right.
the game told me to create my base, so I built literally 3 boxes on the ground, and they called that my base, and then told me to put my bedroll on top of the boxes,
Yep.
Oh man, sounds like.
and I
straight
did
up
it.
homeless
That
person.
was my base. That was what was going to protect me from zombies.
It does too.
Yeah,
does.
it's basically, you mentioned another game that has been out for a while. If you want to play anything like this, play Ark.
Yeah.
Don't play this game.
Yeah,
I mean,
Ark does a very good job, and that's still in pre-alpha. That or not pre-alpha, but that's still in early access.
it's still technically in early access. Yeah, I mean they're
Okay.
rolling out big updates for it. They just added, I can't remember the name of the update, but they added an entirely new area. I got really big into Ark. I was the early access. I jumped on right away. Haven't done it for a while. When I did return, everybody built everything already. It was actually really impressive.
Yep.
But my God, that's the game you play if you want something like this on a console. And maybe there's something else too, but this is not it. 7 Days to Die can be avoided at all costs.
Yes. Yeah. And until something drastically changes with that game, they're going to have to do a relaunch, if anything, because that's what I don't understand. Like, if a game looks like this, they know what the game looks like. That like they're going for realism aesthetics, but it's not realism. They obviously know, so why not plaster everywhere pre-alpha,
Exactly.
early access, blah blah blah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I think this was their way of, because PlayStation won't do early access because of this reason. But early access, if done
Well,
right,
it could be a
is-
PR nightmare, right?
well, not even that. Like, it's like a quality assurance thing. Like, it has to
Sure.
meet certain specifications, and not to
Yeah.
say, and even with Xbox, it's like that too. But their early access on Xbox meets those specifications. If this was labeled early access, I don't even think it would be on Xbox early access.
Wow.
Like
Yeah, it's rough.
I don't know how past QR. Like, I honestly don't know how it got past anything that remotely resembles. Like, I'm surprised Xbox and PlayStation weren't like, no, this is not going on our console.
Wow.
But
Wow.
the base functionality of the game is fine. The concept of the game is awesome. Like, if you're into zombies, the concept of this game is phenomenally awesome. You get to play with your friends. It's like Minecraft. You build your base, you build your weapons, you build all of this stuff. You find all the equipment, and you start with nothing, and you find all the equipment in world, and like you just build up from there. It's Minecraft with no creepers or anything like that, like just the zombie part of Minecraft.
Right. Now, I never played DayZ, but that's what Dan had mentioned.
DayZ
that's
is way
basically
better.
what it is.
Yeah, DayZ is way better.
If you like DayZ on console, there you go.
Yeah.
No, actually, there you don't go. Don't play this game still, but that's kind of what it is.
Yeah, it's horrible. I haven't touched it since we played it for 2 days, and the only reason why we played it the second day is because we had so much fun screwing off in it the first day.
Okay.
And then the second day was not nearly as fun, and we were screwing off. It got to the point where we're like, okay, let's actually try to do something, and the game essentially went. There's portions in the game where you will overheat. Like, there's an overheating thing, and it's just because you can be in the middle of a rainstorm and you'll be overheating.
What?
Yeah, like
oh, that's laughable.
there's certain portions of the game where it doesn't stop raining. Dale spawned in an area that never stopped raining, and it never was below like 90 degrees. So he just kept overheating, and he would just be standing in the rain, not doing anything. And apparently it's acid rain.
Oh, beautiful.
Which is fine if you could get...
Of course it is.
Like, I don't know.
Of course
like,
it's acid rain.
Yeah, and that was our explanation. So if you want to gain... Like,
yeah, I kept running into radiated areas where
that's the thing
you would just literally take one step and a third of your life gone. Just like that. Like, okay.
I think that's we concluded, we don't know if we're right or not, that that's how they did the borders of the map. So like,
I think so,
yeah.
because you cannot make it more than 5 feet into that area before you're dead. And I'm sure maybe down the road you can craft some sort of radiation suit or something like that. But
Yeah.
I'm not going to give it the time of the day to even do that.
If you want to just craft and like farm materials and worry about that, play No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
Like that. Like
Yeah, there you go.
Like it's essentially
need, yeah.
Like if you're looking for something that you're just crafting and you're not really building anything with it, you're just like collecting materials and crafting. No Man's Sky. If you're looking to build something, I would say either Ark or Minecraft. I would feel like Minecraft's way more established and way more popular, but like Ark is right. Like Ark is just Minecraft with dinosaurs. Like
Yeah.
And dinosaurs are awesome.
Oh, yeah.
They're coming out with a new Ark, I think, as well, because they had a lot of trouble legally with the first Ark, which is probably why it's not out of early access yet.
Remember hearing, I don't know what the specifics were, but the fact that they keep supporting it and are putting things into it, I don't know if this is going to be a if they're approaching it as a platform that's going to evolve over time and you know we'll kind of have sort of the Destiny vibe to it, where obviously they're coming out with Destiny 2 now, but they're going to support this, continue to roll things out. I'm not sure.
Like your character will just continue throughout the entire existence of Ark. Yeah, that'd be nice. I know that it's supposed to be coming to VR, which I'm really excited about.
Well, that would be.
But we have heard nothing about it coming to PlayStation, and I think it's only on Windows and Xbox right now. So.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
See.
Nice. Good stuff, guys. Well, we're about halfway in. Let's go ahead and talk about fall video games lineup here. So, you know, there's, or lack thereof, as you were talking to me prior to the show.
There was an awesome lineup last. Like, if you looked at the fall lineup in April, fall would have been awesome. It is no
there goes
longer
all
awesome.
me money, you know. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
So I mean, the first thing that comes to my mind, I mean, it's not necessarily even a game. PlayStation VR.
Oh yeah, so
huge.
Personally, for me, that's what I'm most excited about this fall.
Mm-hmm.
That's like I already have my pre-order. I have it all set up, ready to go. That's where most of my time is probably going to go into this fall. There are a few games that I'm excited about. There were a lot more until TGS happened, or right before TGS happened, I guess. Like Sony went on I'm going to give you all the bad news spree, and then all the companies around close to Sony started doing the same thing. But I don't know. Like I'm really pumped for PSVR.
PlayStation VR is going to be.
It's-
I think it's going to be something special. I
It
really
is.
do.
It's going to be one of those things though where I'm not going to be playing it. I'm just going to be experiencing it and like
Yeah.
jumping into like because there's not really any games coming out for it. It's a
No,
whole
yeah.
bunch of experiences,
Mhm.
and that's how they're going to kind of have to do it until
That's gonna have to
developers
market
know.
it and-
yeah,
yeah.
like it. As long as Sony supports it, and I think they're going to,
I hope
because
so.
Oculus and Vive.
I
excuse
hope
me,
it just doesn't turn into like a
PS Vita.
Yeah,
Vita.
it's exactly
PS
what I was
Vita.
gonna PlayStation Vita.
Vita. Yeah, PlayStation Vita. Because as long as Sony supports the stuff they come out with, it like the Vita is an excellent handheld.
Yeah, yeah.
They just didn't support it. Like there's a whole bunch of games that are first party games that should have been on there, and never
Never
got onto it. But that's besides. Like I keep forgetting about a bunch of games though too. So like Persona 5 comes out.
Yeah. That's right.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah. Like it's a Valentine's Day. I thought it was this fall.
Nope, Persona's pushed back to February in the US. It came out in Japan this last week.
Oh, maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
okay.
Then. Never mind.
Yeah.
Not excited about that in the fall.
Right.
Wow, wow.
So literally, the only games I'm really excited about, like PlayStation VR, obviously, is going to take up most of my time. Destiny's going to take up the other part of that time. Mafia 3.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can consider this a fall game anymore, but I guess so. Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah.
can still consider that. Yeah. Yeah, just a little. What was it, like a month pushback, wasn't it, Chris? I think.
November 28th, 26th.
So we have, what do we have Mafia. We have, what I just mentioned it. Final
Final
Fantasy
Fantasy
15. So what? December is The Last Guardian, so that's not fall.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Then we have, at least the games that I'm excited for, the Assassin's Creed Ezio collection. Just to get back into those games, I'm a huge Assassin's Creed fan, even though I've already played all three of these games and platinumed all of them. Why not?
Just play it again.
Exactly. There's nothing else to play. Watch Dogs 2.
Watch Dogs 2, I'm very excited for.
I'm super
from all the
excited.
trailers I've seen from E3 and what they've released here in the last few months.
The fact that they're not making it such a big deal makes me really happy, really excited.
Yeah.
I feel like Watch Dogs suffered a great deal from hype and also a great deal from the difference between the original trailer and the game.
Yes.
Um,
that was bad.
Yeah, it was. So I'm hoping that this is the Assassin's Creed 2 of Watch Dogs. Because Assassin's Creed 1 was iffy, but Assassin's Creed 2 blew people away.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping Watch Dogs 2 is like that. I'm probably gonna pick up Call of Duty.
Infinite Warfare.
Yeah. I've never really been. So it's kind of funny about Call of Duty. All the other Call of Duties I haven't been a big fan of. And it seems like all the Call of Duty fans are not a big fan of Infinite Warfare.
No,
but all the non-Call of Duty fans are like, this actually looks pretty cool. I kind of want to get this. So they're like catering to the complete opposite audience that they used to cater to.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Like their marketing, it seems like their marketing is like a completely different audience. Maybe it'll bring in more fans, or
And maybe I don't. They might lose the same amount of fans that they gain.
Yeah. So it might not see it.
But maybe that's what they're trying to do. Maybe we have Sledgehammer catering towards the non-Call of Duty fan, while Treyarch caters to the Call of Duty fan, or something like that. I'm probably gonna buy it, even though I'm not really. I don't want to say I'm excited for it. I'm probably just gonna buy it because of hype and all that kind of stuff. But Battlefield 1.
Battlefield 1 looks awesome.
I'm really excited for the time frame of Battlefield 1.
The World War I era, right? Yeah.
But I've never liked a Battlefield game. So
those biplanes, man, it looks so cool.
I played the beta actually with Chris. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was fun when we were playing it. It's just when we were done playing it, I wasn't like, oh, I want to play the beta, which it's a beta. It's not a big
Sure.
There's only a few betas that have ever sucked me in like that. One of them being Destiny, and the other one being Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. But I don't know. That's pretty much it for what Gravity Rush 2 I'll probably pick up. I still haven't beat Gravity Rush 1, so I won't play it until I beat 1.
Sure. Yeah.
But I want to beat it on Vita instead of... I have it on both, but I want to beat it on Vita because that's where it was supposed to be. Poor Vita.
Poor Vita.
Denied again.
Like, at least come out with Gravity Rush 2 on Vita. Seriously.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Is the support? It just isn't there. I don't understand.
I think that's the only Sony game, exclusive Sony game coming out this year.
Wow.
Except The Last Guardian.
The
But
Last- yeah.
The Last Guardian's pretty much next year.
That's what 4 days from the new year or whatever. December 20 something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. A little slow for Sony.
yes.
Definitely.
Year 2 for slow Sony.
Yeah.
And
But
last
man,
year
the
there was
beginning of
nothing.
next year is going to be remarkable.
Oh my god! If nothing gets delayed,
Probably.
But you know something's gonna get delayed. It always
Oh, yeah.
does.
as long
right?
as it's not Horizon, anything can get delayed. But if Horizon gets delayed, I'm gonna riot. I
Horizon
cannot
looks
wait
legit.
for Horizon.
Yeah.
But other than that, what else is? Forza's coming out in the fall. I know
Sure.
you guys are excited for that.
Looks amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
was playing
I'm-
Forza 6 yesterday. You know.
This week kind of kicks off my I'm glad I'm a gamer
Yeah,
yeah.
life.
my
Style
wallet's
here,
gonna
like-
be suffering, but my
Yeah,
entertainment is gonna be through the roof.
Yeah, I'm poor. But I mean, we've got NHL. I think that either came out this week or the week before, but
think it's
I'm looking forward to playing that. We mentioned NBA 2K17.
Oh yeah.
I haven't played that yet. I'm going to. A game that a series that I've never gotten into, but they've introduced a new, basically a new mechanic to it. FIFA 17. I am
Oh, okay.
jacked to do that career mode. I love career modes in games. I love to see how they're implemented. NBA 2K16 was great. I could have done without the Spike Lee stuff.
Yeah, that was too much. I thought
Yeah.
that was, and I actually didn't think the story was very good either. I thought it was kind of,
No, yeah.
I'm
This
surprised it has
year's-
a story.
yeah, it has
That's
like
kinda
a,
cool.
yeah. I mean, it's
You don't really see career modes with an actual
exactly, and that's kind of cool.
Right.
But like, I don't know. I thought it was kind of weak. Maybe it's just because of the fact that it was done by Spike Lee. Not a slight to him, but maybe it was just. I just wasn't feeling it. Now I can tell you,
No.
Chris, that this year's is. It seems like it's better so far.
Good,
I like
good.
it anyways.
I think I'm looking forward to that. I wish that like MLB The Show would bring in a little bit something to kind of get me hooked on a career mode. I love playing baseball. Is my favorite sport.
Sure.
So I mean I love going in there. I love playing the games, but there's 162 games in a season. Like you got to give me something to play for. Eventually, it's just
Yeah.
hitting and throwing balls. It's like give me something else. So I'm hoping that they eventually take note and start implementing some of these things like FIFA's doing this year and NBA 2 and the NBA 2K series has been doing.
Yeah.
We already mentioned Horizon. I'm pumped about Horizon. Forza Horizon.
Yeah.
Those are two very different games.
Not
Yeah,
to be confused
yeah.
with Zero Dawn.
Yeah.
That's what we need to start calling it, is Zero Dawn.
Yeah, just call
Yeah.
it that.
Yeah.
And avoid confusion.
It's kind of like
Mark-
Neo before PlayStation Pro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Mark, you mentioned Mafia 3.
I keep forgetting that game's coming out.
Yeah, it's like
It's
subdued,
soon,
but
too.
everything I see about it looks amazing. I can't believe it doesn't have more behind it. I mean, what are we? We are
2 weeks out, I think.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
October 7th for Mafia.
Yeah, 2 weeks
So,
out.
It's crazy.
yeah, it's basically here already. I'll jump into Battlefield 1 a little bit, I'm sure. I don't know. The beta was fine. I was really good at it, which is weird because that doesn't happen in Battlefield games for me. I don't know if this date's right, but World of Final Fantasy, is that really? I thought that was December. Is that October 25th? That's the date I'm showing here. Did that get moved up?
I think it might have. I remember getting a few press emails on that one. I feel like it is. I mean, I remember seeing, a few different. What was the date on it again? October what?
October 25th.
Yeah,
World of Final
that's
Fantasy?
correct.
Yep.
That's correct, man. Yeah, I looked it up. as well.
Vita! Yes!
Yeah, there you
Yeah,
go.
there
There's
you
a
go.
Vita game for you guys.
Holy crap, Titanfall 2. I completely
Yeah.
forgot about Titanfall 2.
Titanfall 2.
Titanfall
Yeah.
2. That's
Yeah.
the
not
big
an
one that I'm
exclusive
pumped
either,
about.
So, yeah, right?
Yep. That's PS4 and Xbox One.
When
Mhm.
does Dishonored 2 come out? November?
November 11th.
Yep.
That's another one that I don't want to say I'm excited about, but I beat 1, so I might as well beat 2.
Yeah, there you
How-
go.
How about the Skyrim Special Edition?
Probably not getting that.
No, I'm jacked about it.
Yeah.
I didn't. I couldn't go back and play Skyrim. Bethesda games in general. I have a lot of trouble with them.
Agreed.
Fallout, I got out of it real quick, but
What about Doom?
Skyrim.
I still have Doom. I haven't
Okay,
played it yet.
yeah.
Nope.
That's
heard it's
that's
good.
that's good.
Nope.
No, did you try it?
Yeah, I rented it.
Oh, dude. Oh,
Yeah.
I've heard
What
so
are you,
many good
what are you
things.
noping?
Uh,
What's nopeable about it?
It's so. I don't want to say. I don't find it boring. It's just the same thing, over and over. Like
Isn't that what all shooters are?
yeah, but like so. Okay, so I'm a strange gamer. Gameplay.
Strange
Yeah.
gamer.
Gameplay usually falls pretty low on my list of what I want out of a game. Like if it's just
Walking Dead.
Yeah.
exactly. So like
Haters.
Oxenfree is one of my favorite games, and there's no gameplay, almost zero gameplay, and it's just the story. Like story is number one always, and it took me a long time to get into Destiny. So I know a lot of like it's a shooter and it's the mechanics are good and all that kind of stuff. I fell out of Destiny like 2 or 3 chunks at a time. Like I kept coming back to the expansions because I had them, but then I kept falling out, and then the Taken King came out, and like I started getting into the story of the Taken King, and the story of the Taken King's good at a glance, but then the lore, the grimoire behind it, now I'm sucked in. Now I'm done. Like no matter what I want to do, that the lore of Destiny has me, and that's with anything. So that's why it took me so long to get into. Like that's why I honestly feel like that's why I can't really get into the Bethesda games, because Bethesda puts gameplay above storytelling. Like the story is there, but the story is just there for a carrot to get you to where you need to be. Like Fallout 4, find your son. There it is. That story done.
Yeah.
And like now there's a lot of lore behind Fallout and all that kind of,
Survive,
yeah,
too,
and
obviously.
it's just
Yeah.
if the game like Doom is purely arcade fun with a generic story behind it that could be deeper that I just didn't get to, I just fall out real quick. I'm just like
Pun intended.
yeah, exactly. Bethesda Fallout. Like the gameplay is solid. Like it's metal as hell.
Oh, yeah.
That
Yeah.
whole game is super metal, and it's fun. It's just not fun for me.
Yeah. Yeah, it is what it is, man. I mean,
Sadly.
Yeah, the last game I have on my list that I'm looking forward to, and this could be back end of fall, early winter, whatever. Dead Rising 4.
Dead Rising
Oh,
4,
yeah.
I forgot about that game.
that's going to be great.
Yep.
That's coming, December? Is it December 6th, was it? I thought
That
it
is December 6th. Nailed it.
Nice. Nice.
Look at that picture of The Last Guardian that's not going to be there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're looking at the game releases here on this external site here, and yeah.
Hellblade.
Yeah.
That's a game. Is that coming out this year?
I don't know.
I don't. That seems like first quarter next year.
Yeah,
I'm
I
almost.
you haven't really heard much about
Yeah,
it.
no, that's Ninja Theory's new game.
Yeah.
The people who did, well, obviously they did DMC, but it looks like a spiritual successor to, even in the name, to Heavenly Sword.
Yeah.
Like this one's
Or
called
isn't-
Hellblade instead of Heavenly
That's
Sword.
Right.
it's linked to that universe. I thought,
Is it? Okay, well that makes sense then.
Okay.
but I might have just made that up.
No,
So-
I don't know
Don't
if
count
You
on
might
me.
have just sold some copies.
well, that's the thing. Like, Heavenly Sword was super popular.
Yeah,
for
really was.
9 people owning a PS3 when it came out.
Me included.
Yeah, like-
I owned a PS3 at launch.
Did you have Heavenly Sword?
I did not.
No, you're the one that didn't. But no, like, I'm excited for that one. I like Ninja Theory. They do good things.
Mm-hmm.
What else is coming out that?
Yeah,
The
I'm
new
just scanning
Division?
through here too to see if anything jumps out at me that I might have missed.
The new
When are we putting an end date on fall? Let's
when is the last day? Isn't the last day of fall like Christmas?
Isn't it it's like December 21st, I think.
Oh, yeah,
So,
like right before Christmas?
Like right before, so you can go pretty much the whole
Crackdown
way.
3.
Yeah.
Outlast 2 is delayed, I believe. That's not coming out. Or is it? Is it coming out?
Which
Gran
one?
Turismo, Outlast
Gran
2.
Turismo Sports 2017 there. I see.
Outlast 2, I think, got pushed back to first quarter of next year as well.
Yeah.
Ah,
Crash Bandicoot 1 through 3. I need those. Yesterday.
Yeah, that's about it. I've got a bunch of dates here that are placeholders for this year, but I don't think Kingdom
They're gonna be
Hearts 3 will be
2007.
out this year.
they're
Kingdom
not
Hearts
even
3.
saying
Oh,
anything
okay,
about
that's
Kingdom Hearts.
that's another
3.
game.
Like, what the hell?
That's another game that I'm super excited about. Not Kingdom Hearts
Yeah.
3, but Kingdom Hearts 2.8.
2.8. Yeah.
I'm super pumped for 2.8. I've been actually diving back into the collections.
Oh, okay.
I do not know how I beat those games as a child. I am completely
They're hard.
They're
dude.
hard as hell.
Yes. Yes.
I am at the final boss in Kingdom Hearts 1. Kingdom Hearts 1 is the only game that I've ever beat. Because my game save got corrupted on my PS2 for Kingdom Hearts 2. And I was at Organization 13 member 11. So I only had like 2 more to go for the end of the
Okay.
game. And I got my PS3. When I corrupted, I mean I corrupted it accidentally. I got my PS3. My PS3 was backwards compatible.
Right.
And I was like, I want to play my PS3. I don't want to play my PS2. That's old. So I was like, I'm just going to transfer my game save from my PS2 to my PS3. That's possible, right? That makes sense. So I was like, I don't have an adapter. And the adapter is $20. And I just literally spent all of my money on the PS3.
Oh, man.
I was like, I have a PSP, though. And my PSP can hold game save files from PS2. Obviously, I can transfer them. I copied it, pasted it, couldn't find it. Copied it, pasted it, couldn't find it. I was like, well, maybe it's not. Maybe I have to move it. Moved it, couldn't find it. Gone. I cannot transfer it back to PS2.
Oh, no.
So my game save file for Kingdom Hearts 2 is gone forever. I know how the game ends. I just don't. I've never experienced it. And
That's sad, man.
Yeah, that's
a sad
rough.
story. I need to play like taps or something. Yeah, I feel bad for you. That's
and
awful.
it sucks. But then they came out with the collections, and I was like, yes. And now I was like, I don't want to play the collections until I complete them in not order, but I want to complete 1.5 before I jump over to 2.5.
Sure.
Stuck on 1. Don't know how I've ever beat that game, and now I'm stuck. And I don't like the card-based system of Rechain of Memory, so I don't know if I'm ever going to beat that either. But I want to play Birth by Sleep desperately.
Right.
And I have it on PSP. I could play it on PSP, but my trophy hunter in me goes, you don't want to play it on PSP. You won't get trophies. So I'm creating my own walls on these games. But I want to play game trailers before they went under.
Yeah.
They have a 30 or like a 58-minute lore video of Kingdom Hearts, and it's a timeline. And I watched it like 20 times because I didn't understand it for the first 19. But I finally understand it now, and I know the entire story of Kingdom Hearts up until 3 comes out in 2.8, because 2.8 has 2 brand new stories. So I'm super pumped for 2.8,
that,
but it got delayed. It was supposed to come out in October, and now it's coming out in December.
Exactly.
So that was a long tangent of me and just sadness.
Hey, yo, did I
man. We
lose
feel
you
your
guys?
Was that?
Did I lose you guys? I'm having like my screen's like flipping out over here, so I just wanted to make sure I'm still here. All right.
We can
Still
still hear
okay.
you.
Yeah,
It looks
still
like
here.
you might be frozen.
You might
though.
be frozen, but we still
Yeah.
got your audio, so it's all good.
I'm glad that's the image it froze on. Just everybody take a deep, just
Here,
look
let me
at
break
it.
it real big for everybody.
Mm,
There
damn.
we go.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
That's
great.
great. Yeah.
All right. Well,
I feel like we have more listeners than watchers, though, so I think you'll be okay.
oh, thank God. Well, now we'll have more viewers because you're gonna be like, what are they talking about? Oh my God, look at that guy. What a mess.
Well, they got to see you not a mess for the first, hour?
Oh yeah.
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 Absolutely.
You're fine.
That's remember me.
rolling
We should
Remember
all
me
just
from
freeze.
that.
What's that? We should all. Just
Yeah,
what?
we'll just pretend like we're frozen,
Yeah.
too.
I can't do
I
it for
was-
that long.
I was doing it too, but you couldn't tell.
You're succeeding better than the other two.
Good. I need to breathe again soon.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
you should look into being a mime
I should.
or a statue.
Nailed it.
I love it.
But
Oh god.
is there any other games you guys are looking forward to for the fall?
I'm trying to think off the top of my head, Mark. I I feel like we covered a lot of them there. I can't think of.
There was way more than I remembered.
Yeah, that's for sure.
You can push ahead into next year, and I can keep going. But if we're talking fall games, that's
2017 is
that's
just
a
gonna
whole other
another
beast.
beast.
Yeah.
yeah.
Jinx,
That conversation could go on for a while.
Yeah. Like
Well, what about The Last Guardian?
The Last Guardian is never. I'm convinced it's never coming out.
They did delay it again now. Yeah.
And I'm convinced it's also.
It's like a running joke now.
I'm convinced that Square Enix and Sony are in cahoots, and they're gonna ship The Last Guardian with Final Fantasy 15 discs, and they're gonna ship Final Fantasy 15 with The Last Guardian discs.
And it's just gonna be like a little demo of something. It's
It's just gonna be somebody else playing these games for us. And then right before the game ends, it's just gonna be a big middle finger saying, "This is a 10-year joke."
a 10-year gotcha.
A 10-year Oh my god! I cannot believe they delayed it again.
Yeah, no, that game's gonna come
at
out,
this
and
point,
everybody's
it's like
gonna be
whatever.
super disappointed with it.
Everyone was gonna be
I don't think it's
disappointed.
gonna be any good.
Everyone is going to be disappointed in it, and that's the kind of it's going to be interesting now because everyone knows they're going to be disappointed in it, so maybe they'll be impressed.
That's a possibility.
Maybe this
people's expectations are
now
probably
just plummeted.
killed now, right?
Yeah,
it's like whatever.
Yeah, like
Well, that depends. Are you the kind of people that think they're taking more time, the game's going to be better, or are you
Nope.
thinking they're taking more time,
This game's
this is
gonna
going to be
suck.
terrible? Because there's a lot of people out there that like, okay, that's fine, just fix what you need to fix, and then they're going to be more let down when it still ships broken. And maybe it won't be broken, but
it's
I just
not going
don't
to be.
think
It's not going
gonna
to
be
live up to the hype. It's going to
Yeah.
be No Man's Sky.
Don't believe the hype. Don't
Yeah.
believe the hype.
That's when our jobs suck.
Don't believe the hype.
Because-
don't believe the hype.
Echoing.
Yep.
So that's when our jobs suck though, because like you're going to have people that are going to defend it regardless.
good. Yeah, yeah.
And that's fine. If you love the game, awesome. I am very happy for you. It's going to score horribly. I can just tell you that right now.
Wow.
Just because every time in media and like game writing and stuff like that, every time they delay the game, our hype doesn't go up, our expectations go up.
Right.
So it's you're not going to meet our expectations now because you delayed it so many times. This game better be the best game ever made ever.
Mm-hmm.
And it
Like
and
Final
then-
Fantasy VII level or whatever.
Yeah,
whatever
and-
you consider your favorite game.
Yeah, exactly. But it's never gonna. The first bug they see, they're gonna scrutinize over every little detail. So, if there's a hiccup in frame rate, if there is a glitch, if there is any of these, they're giant issues.
You
because
delayed this game for 10 years.
Yeah, you
Why
tell
the
me you
hell
couldn't have
couldn't
fixed
you
this
fix
bug.
this? Yeah.
And then
It should be perfect.
I can't remember if it was Final Fantasy 15 or if it was. I feel like it was 15. They said that the reason was they didn't want a giant install update in the before the
Yeah,
game
they
came
wanted
out.
to avoid the day one patch for those that don't have internet access.
Which
Okay.
is like 0.1% of your audience. And even still, even if it is that reason, if that was a real reason, if you launch this game with a patch that's over 500 megabytes, you're already docked a number off your score.
Yep.
Like, because then you just,
Here it comes.
yeah, you lied. Like, why'd you lie about? Just, if you're going to delay a game because it's not ready, tell us it's
Let
not
us
ready.
know. Yeah, let us know it's not ready.
Yeah,
Yep.
like I feel like a lot of developers would be able to avoid all of this unnecessary hype if they were transparent after a certain point. So,
Right.
like the Horizon's only been delayed once. Horizon Zero Dawn. It's only been delayed once, and we've only technically seen 3 portions of the game. At this point, we should have already seen all of The Last Guardian and all of that kind of thing. But so the hype hasn't built up on that yet. But like No Man's Sky, if No Man's Sky would have just been like, okay, so this is what's happening, this is what we had to do, this is what you're getting, and this is what we're going to be delivering later, that game would have scored way better than it did.
Yeah, there's too many promises that they included in
yeah.
that game, and then people were just like their expectations
Expectations were
obviously
skyrocketing,
through
and
the
that
roof.
still might come in
Yeah.
updates and in patches and DLC.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, so if The Last Guardian would just come out and be like, okay, this is what you should be expecting from our game, then then you're fine. Like, then you don't have a problem. But if they come out and are still building up the hype from the hype that they announced the game at, whenever, you know, Shadow of the Colossus was relevant, then they're just gonna let everyone down, because unless that game makes me like bawl my eyes out or gives me the Journey feeling that a Journey gave me, it's not gonna be. Yeah, because everyone's expecting this giant emotional deep story with like not necessarily great gameplay, but by the time you delayed it so often, it better be great gameplay. Like Shadow of the Colossus and ICO, or ICO, I call it ICO. They didn't have great gameplay.
Nope. No, they didn't.
But it was you were playing art. This game is past art. This game is art's only art when you're not expecting it. Like, it's like freaking Picasso being like, okay, here's a corner of the painting that I'm doing. And now you have like this giant expectation of what the game's going to be, and then they pull back the curtain and it's completely different. And you're like, that's not what I was expecting at all.
Unbelievable. Yep.
Like,
I don't know, man. We'll see.
it's going to crash and burn.
Crash and burn.
I'm going to get destroyed for saying that, but it's going to crash and burn.
Do you want me to deflect some of that?
Are you going to say it too?
No, I think Journey's overrated.
Oh, man.
Now you're getting it from me.
Oh, dude. Wow.
Stick some of that heat right off you.
You just took all of it off of me because my game's not out yet.
Yeah, seriously. Man.
Tim feels the same way, and I just want to throw things at them.
Widely overrated.
It is not.
Oh, dude. He's just hating on everything.
Now,
hating on The Walking
question.
Dead. You're hating on Journey.
This will put everything in perspective if the answer is what I think it is. Did you play Journey because of word of mouth, or did you play Journey because you thought it was interesting and you just jumped in?
I played Journey because it was free on PS Plus.
Just recently, then. Just
Right.
Yeah. Yep. I just beat it. It was actually last weekend.
That was like,
So-
yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
So you already knew what everybody was saying about it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's the problem.
I mean, I approached it with the
High
idea
expectations.
that it's not going to be as good as what everybody says. Like, I mean,
That game, you just don't like stories.
why story? I love stories. I like games that tell a story, and
That's the
that
beauty
one,
of it.
that one, that
what
one.
The Walking
Okay,
Dead does.
I'm gonna let me just take
Go
it
ahead.
easy,
Yeah.
deep breath. That one does better than other games in terms of telling not so much spelling out a story, but you know, taking you on a ride, a journey.
Yeah.
The Journey,
But
pun intended.
I don't like the games that are kind of
Art.
up their own asses.
Yeah.
And that's that. Sure, there's probably meaning in there, but
There's
it's
huge meaning in that. Like, that game is all about It's all about life and death. Is actually what like that game is about, like the journey between life and death. And I feel I understand where you're coming from though. I feel the same way sometimes with like Shakespeare and stuff. Like people were reading way too much into it. This is just a guy who wrote a story, and now 400 years later, we're like analyzing every word and punctuation that he used, and like this is how storytelling is done. In reality, he had probably no idea what he was doing. He's probably just like, I like stories, and stories are good, and like he was just ahead of his time.
Just doing his thing, yeah.
But Journey is one of those things where to each person it's something different. Technically, I guess. But it was just a mass majority of people emotionally resonated with that game, like including myself. I remember that game coming out the same day that Mass Effect 3 came out, and I didn't think I was going to play it. I was like, Mass Effect 3, Mass Effect 3, Mass Effect 3. That's all I wanted to do.
Obviously, yeah.
And
that's a tough game to go up against.
Yeah, and I played. I got it at midnight. I played Mass Effect 3 up until probably like 6 p.m. the next day. I was just only playing Mass Effect, and I was like, my eyes were hurting, my brain was hurting. I was like, I need to play something else. So I was like, Journey came out. Journey's done downloading. Let me try that. I'll probably play it for 15 minutes. I played it all in one go.
Wow.
And that's how most people played it. They all played it in one sitting. That's how you're supposed to play it. So I don't know. Did you break up the game sessions?
Nope. I played it in one sitting. I knew it wasn't long. So that's something that I approached it like I did The Walking Dead, but I had the added caveat of knowing that it wasn't going to take longer than 2.5 hours of my life.
Yeah, and like that game is essentially just a piece of art. Like you don't have, nobody says I had so much fun playing Journey. I have a lot of games on my favorite games of all time list that aren't fun, and most of my games aren't fun. Like Uncharted can be fun. The game, like, it's solid gameplay.
It can be frustrating too sometimes.
Yeah, like the gameplay is solid, but it's still a game.
Yeah.
The game that I always say nobody enjoyed playing but loved the experience is Heavy Rain.
Oh, Heavy Rain.
No one I've ever met went, "Oh my god, did you play Heavy Rain? It was so much fun." Heavy Rain sucks as a game, but the game is amazing.
Yes.
The story is phenomenal.
The story.
And
it's the story, man.
And that's where like Journey falls in that same line, and Walking Dead falls in that same line, and like they're not gonna if you go into Journey, and this is for anyone watching who's never played Journey, don't play it until you forget about it completely. Journey is one of those games where if you go in there with expectations, it just feels like a normal game. Like, why is everybody so like gung-ho about this game? But if you go in there like, I don't know what to expect, it's a game.
Yeah.
And you're expecting like a downloadable, like third person jumping around kind of game, like if you're expecting gameplay, then you just get like just sucked in, and you have no idea what's happening until it's over. I thought I played that game with one person.
Wow.
I played that game with like 9.
Wow.
Like, and at the end it tells you all the people you've met
along the way.
Yeah, and I was like,
that's cool.
And like I actually felt like that's where I fell in love with Journeys. I honestly felt for the person next to me. Whenever they were in danger, I was scared for them. Whenever they were running from something, I didn't want that thing to chase them. I don't know why.
Yeah.
There's no voice talk. There's no voice chat. There's no ticker above their head telling you what their gamer tag is. There's nothing. Absolutely nothing.
That's amazing.
But you just connect with the person.
Yeah.
But at the same time, though, I went in there day one. Like, when Journey launched, I went in there. So nobody knew really what it was, and then I couldn't put it down. That's one of my most emotional experiences I've ever... Like, you don't like 2 of my favorite emotional experience games of all time.
Hurts right here, Chris.
It does.
Right here.
I'm stone-hearted. What can I say?
The Walking Dead definitely ends as a tearjerker. Like, there's only a few games that honestly hit me in the feels with sadness.
I'm not kidding you. They were just falling down my face.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't just like a couple. I was literally sitting there wiping them away when I was playing.
With that said, though, you have to connect to at least Clementine.
Yes.
In that game.
Yep.
And if you don't like Clementine, and granted, she's super annoying in the beginning.
She's just a little girl.
She's just a little girl. But like, whenever you start like in episode 3 or 4, she starts like really. You start getting real close to where
she gets
her parents
a little
are.
Clingy.
And then, like, if you treat her as a daughter, like if you physically as a person are playing The Walking Dead, and you're like, this is my, like, I'm gonna treat her as a daughter.
Right.
Then
that game
will end, and you will hate the world, all of it. The only game that's ever made me cry. That didn't, but the only game that's ever made me cry, and probably the most emotional game I've ever played, was Final Fantasy Crisis Core. But there's not too many emotional, like, there's a lot of emotional games. I guess that was a lie, but there's not too many that really resonate with emotion. Journey's one of them for me. Walking Dead's one of them for me.
Opening The Last of Us.
The Last of Us, yes. I love The Last of Us is probably my favorite game of all time, besides BioShock. BioShock is number 1. But The Last of Us is the only game I've ever played that I wish there was a choice at the end.
Yeah.
But I'm glad there's, like, especially if there's not going to be a Last of Us 2. I don't think anybody really expects there to not be a Last of Us 2. Like, that's going to probably be announced at E3. give Naughty Dog a little bit of a break. But if there was no chance of a Last of Us 2, if that was like a one and done, I wish there was a choice at the end.
Yeah,
because
agreed.
That, like, not even like the end, like, or not even like the saving of the person. Just like whenever she asks you that question, like, I wish I would have been able to, even if, I don't know, I wish I would have been able to say what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
And see how that would have ended. But The Last of Us is a masterpiece.
Absolutely.
A straight up masterpiece.
One of the best
I can agree with you there.
Ever. Yep. Yeah. I don't know, and many people that disagree with that.
Did you play The Last of Us before The Walking Dead?
Sort of. I mean, I started The Walking Dead before The Last of Us came out, but I've gone back to The Walking Dead since then and made it further. But
there's a lot of similarities between those two games. But I can see where The Last of Us or The Walking Dead would become even more boring after The Last of Us. So I just was wondering if, like, how that process worked, because whenever The Walking Dead came out and I played The Walking Dead, I don't think there was really anything else. I think The Walking Dead ended before The Last of Us. I don't know if it ended before The Last of Us came out or if it was.
You're talking just season 1, right?
Yeah.
Because I want to say that it ended.
It had to have
before, but I also felt like I ended The Walking Dead feeling like it was kind of taking a lot of cues from the last. I don't remember, but those games are very similar. They're both
really
very
are.
somber. But if I had to choose between The Walking Dead and The Last of Us, I choose The Last of Us.
Last of Us. Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely. No question.
Me too.
There.
And I honestly,
really, Chris?
honestly, I feel like the reason why I got through The Walking Dead, like, I'm glad I did. Once I hit episode 4, I didn't care about this anymore. But the trophies.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like the trophies are what drove me.
Yeah.
Because you can get all the trophies. You can get a platinum trophy without doing anything.
You
just
do
them.
something, but
you
like,
just beat them.
You know,
like, you don't have to, like,
finish the game.
Yeah, you don't have to make different choices. You don't have to find certain things in the world. You know, and
that was my first platinum, I think.
That's why I didn't play season 2. I still have not beat season 2.
Wow.
I played episode 1 of season 2.
Can't wait for season 3.
And I saw that there was no platinum
Yeah.
in the download, so I was like, I'll buy it physically. Because the physical Telltale games usually have platinums. That's how Back to the Future worked.
Yeah.
And the physical disc didn't have a platinum either.
So you said
So I was like,
screw
screw it.
Is that why you based it solely on that?
At the time, yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yep. I didn't care about Clementine. I cared about Lee.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel you. Crazy stuff, guys. Crazy stuff. Well, we are approaching. Oh, actually, we are over 1 hour, so.
Oh,
yeah.
damn.
I think it's
We're pushing.
time. Yeah, I think it is
I'm
time.
starving.
Yeah, I'm hungry too. But first, before we get to the food, we should talk about what we learned.
Oh, we don't want to talk about this.
We should talk about what we learned, gentlemen. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. I learned that if Chris recommends a game to me, I need to ask him a lot of questions before I play it.
I love it.
Honestly, people who are listening and watching, Chris has a great opinion on almost every game except for The Walking Dead. And
Yeah.
so,
Well, I think I appreciate that comment.
it was meant as a comment or a compliment. So,
What did I guess the biggest thing I took away is,
to not play Oxenfree.
well, I think I'm going back to your comment. I think I'm becoming more aware of the games that I like and how often it goes against the mainstream. Now,
Oh,
The Last of
about
Us,
yourself.
That's
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, it is.
The Last of Us excluded. I don't. I mean, we talked about The
You
Walking
can't hate
Dead.
masterpieces. That's the problem.
That's true. That's true. So you're saying that Journey and The Walking Dead are not masterpieces?
They're not, but
Okay.
they are definitely
Really
excellent.
good games.
But I mean, I mean, the list goes on though too. I mean, I don't like. This got me yelled at too. I don't like the Metal Gear series.
You're gonna hurt Al in this one, but
I
I'm
don't
okay
like
with
Assassin's
I'm okay.
Creed.
Assassin's Creed's not for everyone. I
Yeah.
understand that. I love Assassin's Creed, but it's definitely not for everyone.
What's wrong with Metal Gear?
Here we go.
We shouldn't get into this because we need to end the show. But just real quick.
I don't know if you want him to get into this because I'm
Come
probably
back
going to agree
next
with a lot of them.
time.
Maybe we'll talk about this next week or something.
That's what we should do. We should all come up with a list of games that we hate that other people love.
That's
Done.
a good idea.
I got 4 already.
You have way more than 4.
I might hate
have
you guys.
four-
The
four
problem is I
series.
might hate you guys by the end of the episode.
You're definitely going to hate me because a lot of them are Nintendo games. I think Chris is going to hate me
Okay.
at the end of this too.
All right. I mean, I could probably literally do a list of 10. I think that there's that many out there that I don't
let's-
understand
Let's
why
shoot for
everybody
5. Yeah,
enjoys
let's
them.
shoot for 5. You put as many down as you want.
Okay.
Let's shoot for 5, and if we can hit 10 each, then we can do a 10. But I feel like 5 is
Five's a
doable.
good number.
Yeah,
Yeah.
5 is doable.
Okay, that sounds like a great show topic. Let's go with it. We'll call it Against the Grain, right?
Oh, I like that.
There we go. Nice.
So, myself, I learned that Chris doesn't appreciate good games. I mean, straight up.
I thought Mark was going to say that.
I had to throw you under the bus, but I love you though. Nah, man, but
That's what makes games though.
That's
Like,
it. That's it. Everyone
has
their
different-
opinion,
everyone
of
has
course,
different opinions.
It's all
So,
good though. But yeah,
like-
next week sounds like it'll be.
It's going to be
I think
super
it's gonna be fun.
controversial.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we're going to get so much hate mail.
Hopefully there's
Individually, we're all going to get so much hate mail.
Yeah, hopefully there's no friendship lost here by the end of the show.
Just know that you liked us before you knew we hated these games.
Yep,
is
that's
true.
it. Yeah,
Yes.
think
Like-
of us in the past before you.
Yeah, exactly.
view the
So it's not
episode.
like I just randomly was like, you know what? I hate this game, and it's just because you like it, and it's not going to be like that.
Yeah, I'm
So-
gonna have to do some research, I think, but yeah, I can probably come up with some for sure.
Yeah, it can even be generic ones too, like Call of Duty and stuff like that.
Oh
Like,
yeah, right on.
let's try not to. Do you want to do series?
Yeah, I don't know. Should we do?
I guess we can't
I
do
mean,
series because there's a lot of good Final Fantasies and a lot of bad Final Fantasies.
True.
There's a
That's
lot of-
true.
Yeah,
So, like,
let's should probably stick with just the games, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
but
might
if we
be
put
the
one,
Standalones.
yeah, if it's like a sports game or Call of Duty though, let's try to limit it down to one title.
Yeah.
That way we're not like
Yeah.
Madden 25, Madden 16, and Madden 12. I hate
Yeah.
because you hate them for the same reasons.
Exactly.
And same with Call of Duty. So,
Yep.
Yeah,
That
I
sounds
like it.
good to me.
but like if there's a specific Final Fantasy game that you don't like, then obviously you can list more than one Final Fantasy game because each one is different.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I like it. Should be a good show, guys. This has been Game Center. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Of course, if you want more video game news and reviews and all that fun stuff, you can check out Mammoth Gamers. We're on Twitter at mammoth_gamers. You can hit us up on the website, obviously, at mammothgamers.com. We're also on Facebook. You can just search for us on there. And, we're pretty much everywhere. So make sure you check us out. We have the latest stuff going on there. Myself, I'm also on Twitter and Facebook. You can follow me on Twitter at Albert Perkins. I'm also on Facebook, as I mentioned there. You can just search for me on there. I'm on Google Plus. And I'm on the PlayStation Network, Xbox Live Network as well. You just hit me up, Albert Perk 21.
I'm pretty much the same way. I'm on pretty much everything. You can find me on Facebook. I don't use Facebook too much. But Twitter, Instagram, PlayStation Network, Xbox Live, Twitch, all of those. It's literally all Lost Heroes 13. Heroes, which with an ES, not just an S. So basically, if you want to find me, just type that name in somewhere and you will get me.
Nice. Excellent.
Yep, and you can find me everywhere as CDUBYA 719. Again, you basically the same thing Mark said. I'm on Twitter, Xbox, PlayStation, Twitch.
Twitching a lot.
Come check out our Twitch streams for sure. Like we have a good time doing that. So we're always looking for people to jump in and chat with us. So
Definitely.
You can probably find Chris streaming way more than me. He has the setup going, so
I do, yes. So I'm having fun with it for sure. I try to get on 2 to 3 hours a night. I'm going to try to set up a dedicated schedule at some point and get that posted. So
Nice.
until then, give me a follow. Do same thing with Mark. Same thing. I don't Al. I don't know if you do much Twitching.
Yeah, I
call
don't
it
really
Twitch.
Twitch too much. Yeah,
Okay.
But
He went to the doctors for it.
No, but definitely
But-
follow these guys up. If you're entertained by this show, you'll be entertained by their Twitch streams. So yeah, hit them up.
For sure.
Once Chris gets the schedule, find it out. We'll definitely probably post something on Mammoth for it.
Sweet.
And yeah,
Sounds
Love
good. Sounds good.
All
All
right,
right.
folks.
So for Chris Weber, Mark Kriska, I am A to the P, Albert Perkins. We will see you on the next episode of Game Center. We will probably kill each other.
and if we don't, you guys will.
Yeah.
Definitely. All right, guys. Take care. We'll see you on the next one.
Bye, everyone.
Good night.